It should be working. No audio. Wish I knew how to test it on here. Let's look. Any audio yet? I muted it and unmuted it. Thought maybe that would fix it. All right. Heard it come through on the other one. All right. I think you can probably hear me now. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know. I'd have just been walking all you to see this. So really appreciate that. How's your morning going, Peter? I'm not sure why it keeps muting it. It popped up that time. I wonder if my cord's faulty. It might be jiggling out. All right, but that should. Nothing broken. Everything's on fire. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Trying to figure out how to use this thing. If anybody's a Restream expert, feel free to reach out to me. I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, yep, so working on 10,000 steps today. We're at about 1,500 at the moment. So we got another hour and a half-ish. Have this whole room rigged up. I have my standing desk up. Trying to pull the treadmill as close as I could. The fan sitting on the cat tree over here. Really don't like this light. But what can you do? So. Awesome. You've been on it for a while now, or are you just getting started? I've been, like I said, I've been on mine for about 125 days. Had lost about 42 pounds. Kept messing up. So I'm starting over today. So back to one. So hopefully get this ball rolling. Get consistent, eat right. We're doing carnivore. I went to Sam's Club over the weekend. Got a big chuck roll. Cut a bunch of steaks out of it. Got a bunch of eggs. Got to go back to strict carnivore like I was doing, but it was really working. Falling off that wagon and really bouncing around quite a bit. And just need to get back consistent. That's awesome. Yeah, I'd like to lose. I started off at about 435 pounds, whatever that is in kilogram. I assume over 200 or so. Want to get down to about 250 pounds. So lose about 200 is the goal. So I'd like to actually lose about 200 pounds of body fat, put on 20, 30 pounds of muscle. So being that lean 250, I'm a bigger guy, so much less than 250, and I get to start looking a little anorexic. So yeah, that's my goal. Like I said, I started really strong, lost 42 pounds right away, but really dropped the ball for the last month and a half, 2 months. So just restarting, Can't lose if you don't give up. So that's the goal. Just keep going. Be consistent. What are you doing to hit your goal? Any special, challenges or anything you're doing every day, or are you just watching what you're eating? What's working? Okay. Make sure everything's not broken. Good morning, Scott. How are you doing? For whatever reason, Restream is not showing me TikTok. I just see YouTube coming through. New to this, so bear with me. All right. See where we're at right now. Now, just shy of 2,000 steps, so pretty good progress so far. Starting to sweat a little bit. That's a poor metric for me, though. I could sweat eating ice cream in the shade, so, everything's broken. There it is. Mouse keeps sliding down. How's everybody else's week shaping up? Anything fun planned? Anything on the horizon? Here, I'm looking forward to it being a bit cooler of a week. For I think a month ago or so, the Iowa has been on the surface of the sun, which has been a little bit rough. But, those new things. Yeah, they could be tricky, especially when you're trying to decide between two different types of foods. It's like, oh, this cup of yogurt's 100 calories. And then you go, well, where I can eat this, same size equivalents, but it's 600 calories. So. Grundle's making funny sounds already. That's not a great sign. What are some things that you were eating that you thought were healthy? That's how I was for the longest time when I played college football. And I remember my coach is telling me not to eat fatty food. They told me to just eat low-fat everything. So every day was just like bread and pasta and lean meats, and kept eating like that after. Stopped working out like that, and you balloon up pretty quick. I don't really worry about it so much anymore, just because with what I'm doing on carnivore, I know that I can kind of eat whatever I want as far as the amount. Just eat until I'm kind of full, because it's really hard to overeat when you're eating something like that. So I'm less worried about how much and more worried about exactly what I'm eating. Like, is this covered in cheese? Like, if this is because a lot of that stuff makes it hyper palatable. Whereas if I have a big steak, I can eat the whole steak, maybe some eggs, maybe some shrimp or something on the side. And after I eat it, I'm content. I'm not overly stuffed. I just kind of feel comfortable, and I stay full for a while. But if I throw anything in, like bread, if I throw in a roll, or a bunch of cheese, I can way overdo it. So I'm less worried about the amount. I'm more worried about what it is. But that could be a struggle in itself when you're going out with like family and friends, and they want to go someplace where it might be hard to find something that you can eat. So there's been times when I've had to say, I'm just gonna watch. Enjoy your sandwich. Oh, I'm used to walking in the morning. Not so used to yapping the whole time while I do it. Just taking my breath a little bit. Oh. Yeah, for me, okay, yeah, we watched it. We were really happy that Iowa State won. I'm kind of indifferent, but my girlfriend went to Ames, so she was all for it. But yeah, it was a good game. It was all rainy though the whole time, so you could barely see any of the lines on the field. Yeah, kind of sucks when that happens. You're trying to cook 2 dinners. You're like, okay, this is mine. This is what I can eat, and then you don't want to restrict them because they're not doing it. So you got making the macaroni over the corner where I don't have to look at it. Yeah, that was a good game. Like I said, really happy that Iowa State won. A little worried there for a bit, but yeah, it was a good one. Did you go to it, or were you just seeing that it was there? All right, let's see where we're at. $2,500, quarter of the way. All this yak is really getting me out of breath. All right. See, supposed to have pretty good weather today. Might be a nice free day where you keep the windows open the whole time. That would be nice. It's 51 right now. High of 73. Yeah, today's an open window day. It was nice all weekend. Oh, American football is? Really? What are your thoughts though? It's fun. I played, like I said, in college. Nothing that big, but it is fun. More of a go play the sport instead of watching it. Never followed too terrible closely, but out of all of them, it is my go-to. If I'm going to watch one, it's going to be football. You ever played yourself? All right. What was your go-to sport? Well, you say that, but there's some states you'll look at like their high school auditorium or fields and stadiums. They take it serious. It's a big deal in some places, but yeah, it is a little crazy. I know we wanted to go, but a bit of an expensive trip for football. But always wanted to go to Ireland. A good chunk of what this is Irish, so thought it'd be fun to visit sometime. What time of the year do you recommend? It's similar enough. Just big dudes running into each other, right? Never played rugby. Never really watched it. Had a cousin that played, but I don't know. I know next to nothing about it besides the clips from YouTube. All right, let's go here. It doesn't show me anything going on TikTok. Just YouTube. I don't know. Yeah, I imagine being over there with all the Americans coming over. There's a lot of Midwesterners though too, so Midwest is different than the rest of the U.S. You know, your East Coast, they're known for being abrasive. Midwest is more of Midwest nice. It's a real thing. Yeah. I don't know. I'll argue with you about weather being the worst. Here in Iowa, it gets pretty bad. We'll go from negative 40 in the winter with wind chill, which to give you an idea, if you're using Celsius, that's where Celsius and Fahrenheit actually agree, is at negative 40 degrees. But then it'll get up to about 115 in the summer with the heat index. So that's why we drink so much, because we get all 4 seasons, but we get them good and hard. So I don't know. Ireland, I think it's a lot of rain, but weather sucks a lot of places. No, not really. I mean, I have my first video that I made, which was just me basically saying what I was going to do, but not really. Might be a good idea. Give everybody some background, because yeah, it's everybody has their story. Everybody that's on the journey, whether it be weight loss or something else, it's kind of neat to see what triggers people to do the thing, because we all know we should do the thing. But yeah, no, that's a good idea. I should make one. Starting to sweat pretty good. Click back and forth. Good morning, Ashley. Yeah, getting them in today. Hopefully you get yours in. Hopefully they're good and quick. Hopefully wherever you're at too, the weather's good for it. Okay. Have a couple plans for what I'm going to be doing in the future. Trying to gamify all of this. Yeah, we do have some reprieve. Sometimes it gets nice. Between the extremes, you cross over nice. But yeah, I have a couple things that I'm thinking of doing in the near future with all of this to make it more gamified and to, create little challenges, combine it with a couple things that I like doing. So kind of excited to try it, especially with streaming. Get to talk to awesome people, get ideas, share ideas, work on ideas. So really working on a few things, trying to figure out this part of it before I go too far in, because this is the hard part where, yeah, I can get up and go walk. Fairly simple. But adding another layer like this, complexity can make it hard. Thinking about like playing games while I do it. I've been a gamer my whole life. One of the ideas that has always struck me is I'm sitting here playing a game, whether on the console or the PC, sitting on my butt, and I'm playing a character that's up, running around, jumping all over. And I'm not the only one that had this idea, but how fit would I be if I was moving as much as the dude I was playing? So, No, we're not even in the middle. We're still at the beginning. We're still around 400 pounds, so you got here early. But no, so doing some walking challenges and things like if I'm playing a game, my character's moving, I'm moving. Do a bunch of different stuff like that. I think it'd be fun because, like I said, it's something that I'm going to do anyway. You know, I like playing games. We're playing games, so might as well do it while I'm up and walking. So if I can figure that out, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Plus, like I said, you gamify it. Man, I really want to play the new Battlefield or whatever that's coming out. Okay, great. Pull up the treadmill, get the screen up, start walking around. Maybe play more of the stationary roles, though, so I don't have to walk so much. But so something I've been thinking about doing. Oh, I've played all kinds. Shooters, RPGs. One of the ideas that I had was playing like World of Warcraft, but locking my character in a walking mode and leveling from 1 to max level, just walking and questing and talking, because it doesn't take a lot of thought in that game, especially like leveling. So I thought it'd be fun because, like I said, I've played those games for years, and your character, they just spend the whole time walking between quest objective. It's like, well, if I was to walk that much as he is, I'd be pretty fit. But no, I don't know if I'm going to limit myself. Just whatever strikes my fancy, or if I have a challenge going on, like they come out with a new Elder Scrolls. Well, that's a lot of walking. I'll walk through that whole game. Call them walkthroughs. New Borderlands comes out. Love Borderlands. Let's do a walkthrough, but an actual walkthrough. So I don't know. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it. Worst case scenario, we'll get some extra steps in. So I don't know. I think it'd be fun. Always open to recommendations if people have ideas. But yeah, I think it. Like I said, doing it anyway. I need to be walking. I need to be dieting. I don't want to give up the things that I love, like playing games. So let's just marry the two and make it beneficial. So that's the idea. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people do challenges. Like there was a guy, he was playing Skyrim, and he had his character walk from one side of the map to another while he was on a treadmill to see how long it would take him. So I've seen some stuff, but not exactly like what I'm doing. And even if there is stuff exactly like there, it's a good idea. Still worth doing, I think. Let's see. 3,800 steps. That'd be fun too. Playing the game. This thing we're doing a playthrough of the whole campaign. How many steps does it take to get through blank? Yeah, well, maybe in another 7 years, I'll be able to play it. So, but there's a lot of good ones coming out. That'd be fun. Not going to be competitive by any measure. 1, because I'm not the greatest in the world. 2, because I don't know how, anyway. But yeah, campaigns where you're just kind of enjoying it, talking with people. I think it'd be fun. Like I said, I want to do it anyway, so why not? Need to find some headphones or something that I don't mind getting sweaty. Play a huge game like Grand Theft Auto when it comes out in the next 2 decades or so. Starting to work up a bit of a sweat now. I had a walking pad for a while when I first started doing this. Hated it. They're just too small. I'm fairly tall and I'm big, obviously, hence the weight loss. And I was constantly falling off of it. This is an actual full-size treadmill, so I can comfortably be on it. let's look here. Nope, nothing new there. I have done a lot in the past. I want to add some to what I'm doing. Yeah. However, I don't want to overdo it too soon. I've done that in the past where I go out, I do a bunch, and burn out. But that's not to say that I won't. I would like to add it to it. Like the steps in the diet are the main thing. And then start adding some push-ups, maybe some band exercises, maybe buy a squat rack in the near future and do some free weights. Done a lot of that. Like I said, I played college football, so done a lot of that. So it doesn't take me long to start building muscle back once I get started. So I'm not really too worried about getting started too terrible soon, because I know when I get into it, I'll really get into it. So just trying to get fundamentals put in place and not do too much at once. But that's a long way of saying yes. Yes, I do. How about you? You doing any resistance training? You doing any cardio, walking? You mentioned, calories, but what's working for you, or where do you want to add? Let's see where we're at. Falling over. We're about 4,200 steps. Getting close to halfway. Starting to darken the shirt. Supposed to be getting a new washing machine tomorrow. Ours died, which kind of sucks. I don't know. Yeah. A lot of times, a lot of that stuff's big effort. You go in and you get sore, and then you don't see anything from it for a while. And you have to keep going back without that. Yeah. You got to keep going back without that visual inspiration. After a while, it gets there. You see it, then you'll plateau. It's hard. It's all hard. But logically, you know that it works. Everybody and their dog has an opinion on it, and they'll tell it to you. So it's just finding that balance. What's your goal? What works for you? What works for you sustainably? How quick you want to add things? How quick you want to get there? Because you could just eat at a slight deficit and lose like 2 or 3 pounds a month, and you'll get there. Or you could do something a lot harder, lose 5 to 10 pounds a month, get there quicker. But I've always heard people say that if you lose weight too quickly, you'll gain it right back. And I've done that. I've yo-yoed quite a bit. In my peak physical form was playing football. I was about 280 pounds, 16% body fat. And then, like I said, I stopped exercising and working out because I wasn't playing anymore. But I kept eating that way. Hence this. And then over the years, I've had starts and stops where I'll lose 40, 50, 60 pounds. Then you'll gain back 70, 80, 90. So yeah, I've always been big, always been tall, which has been a blessing too. Because if I wasn't tall, I'd look even bigger. But chubby kid, got into high school. From my freshman year to high school to my sophomore year, I went from 300 to 220 pounds. So I lost like 80 pounds over the summer. and I hit the gym, added a lot of muscle, got really into football. So, the second half of high school, I was in really good shape. Into college, I was really in good shape. And then I gained it back after college. So, yeah, always been big. I'm never going to be under 100 kilograms, right? It's just not in the cards. I'm 6'6", so if I was, I'd be a rail, and I'm not built that way. So, 250 pounds. That's the goal. That's kind of my natural body weight when I'm carrying an appropriate amount of muscle and am lean enough to be healthy. So that's the goal. But yeah, always been big. Never had an issue with sweets. Like a lot of people, they have the triggers on like what they're gonna eat that's bad. So a lot of people eat sweets. A lot of people like chocolates and candies. It's always been savory. You put me in front of a pizza, I'm gonna kill the pizza. Things like that. Breads, pastas. That's always been my downfall. Like I'll eat sweets, but don't crave it that way. But like I was mentioning earlier, if I'm eating something like really cheesy or savory, I'm not gonna stop. When you say full max, I'm afraid I'm going to break this treadmill. Like, I'm going to break it in half. It has the weight limit set to where I'm at. I'll snap it right in half. Yeah, it stretches it out a little bit. It's all proportion. I'll snap it in half, man. I appreciate it, nice guy. But today's day one again. I'm just happy you're here. I appreciate you. Grab a drink. Wow, mouth fell. Let's see where we're at. Closing in on halfway. We're at about 4,800. yeah. No, if I was, maybe I would, because if I snapped this treadmill in half, I'd be like, well, I'll go get another one tomorrow. I need it to last for a little bit. Let me see. I am new to the streaming and the restream. I do not know. It's only showing YouTube. I don't know. Anyway. How's your day going, nice guy? Is it morning where you are or afternoon, evening? Same. I'm rich in friends, right? Not in dollars. All right. I'd like to get to 250 pounds. That's about my natural body weight. If I can hit 250, 15 to 20% body fat, I'd be happy. At the moment, we're around 400. Gotcha. Yeah. Morning here. But yeah, about the moment, I'm about 400. I started at 435 when I started this 120 some days ago. But the last month and a half, I haven't been consistent. Been falling off, been gaining some weight back. So restarting. So this is day one again. So I'd like to lose about another 150 or so. Probably closer to 180 pounds. I don't know who Otis is, but I'm going to assume it's a compliment. At least I'm memorable. I've been called Queso. I get that reference. Big white dude with a beard, so makes sense. But yeah, I'll have to look up who Otis is and then either be offended or laugh. I'm gonna laugh. You know what I got in here from me? WWE Otis. Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah, again, big white dude with a beard. Otis. Hey, as long as I'm memorable, right? He's short though. Oh, yeah. I haven't followed the WWE for a long time. I used to like it when I was a kid. I don't know. Just haven't seen it in a long time, so I haven't followed up. I only know a couple people, and it's the same ones that everybody knows. Is he any good? Like, is that a compliment, or should I be kind of offended? I think you're probably over halfway now. 5,200. So far, so good. I'm at first thing in the morning here, so we're coming up on 8 a.m. here shortly. Get my 10,000 steps in, take a shower, be ready for work. I work from home, so my commute's not bad. The only thing that's rough is I don't have a washer at the moment. I'm getting one delivered tomorrow, so they're going to go in, put it in, and I'll be able to wash this stuff. So hopefully I get it quick. And no, absolutely, nope. Just getting started. We're gonna get there. We're gonna see how long it takes and how colorful the road is. How's your day going, nice guy? Oh, I appreciate that. I know I can do it. That's the thing. It's in the doing. So here we are. Sticking to the diet, getting steps in, doing fun things to make it fun along the way. Yeah, that's the goal. How's the treadmill doing? It's not broken yet? Okay. How's everybody else's day going? Are you doing anything hard today to make yourself a little bit better? That's how it works. Just get that 1% better. Do it a bunch of days in a row, and you're good. It sounds simple. It's not, but you can do it. I have a fan sitting on a cat tree right now, but it is not keeping up with this. I could sweat eating ice cream in the shade. So put me on a treadmill with a hot light next to me. I do. I was just talking to I was just talking about kind of one of my plans with Peter earlier. I think I'm going to start adding game streaming to what I'm doing, but instead of just sitting on my butt while I stream, get up and walk and do walkthroughs. So if my character's walking, I'm walking. I've had the thought a million times that if I worked out and ran around as much as all the characters that I do in video games, I'd be pretty fit. So we're going to do that. We're going to see how it goes. Kind of gamify the working out. Because I'm going to be playing the games anyway. I might as well be better after I'm done with it. So yeah, long way of saying yes, I do play games. Really looking forward to the new Battlefield 6. Will be fun. No, hot light. This is the ceiling here. So I got this light hanging, and it's a foot from my face. No hot wife, hot girlfriend. She's at work. So, and there it is. I was waiting for the queso comment. I've gotten, you know what? You get shown. There we go. That's a reference I get. I've got Otis and queso. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm memorable. I am like the Timu queso. I'm gonna have to shave my beard. I'm gonna get that a lot. Okay. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I should. I have the stuff. She knows I have the ring and everything. Again, it's just the doing. You got to do the thing. Got to get it tweaked to fit her. Get it exactly how she wants it. Because, you know, it's one of those things that you hopefully only do once, right? So, but soon. This isn't her mom, is it? Peter, you're not incognito? You really from Ireland? See where we're at. $5,700. Getting there. No, I appreciate it. I like the comment. I always laugh about it. First time somebody said I look like Queso, like I knew who he was. I was like, I kind of get it. Big, incredibly handsome white dude with a beard. Yeah, no, I get it exactly. So. Oh. So let's see here. I don't know how this works. I'm gonna have to watch some YouTube videos on how to make Restream work so I don't have to click between tabs. I don't know what I'm doing, but you really don't need to get started. So that's my advice to anybody out there. No matter what you're doing, just do the thing. Figure it out later. Nobody's gonna remember how bad it was at first. What's everybody else's day looking like? Anybody got any big plans? I thought so. He looks like a handsome man. I didn't know who it was. I had to open another tab real quick, but I see it. Again, big white dude with a beard. North. I have to keep the beard though. Yeah, if I lose the beard, baby face. And yeah, it was my birthday this last week. I'm too old to have a baby face, so gotta keep the beard. Probably need to trim it though. It's getting a little bit unruly. Over here, nothing new there. Okay. Whew. All right. Let's see. Should be over 6,000 now, I think. We're at 5,963. So just about there. We got a new puppy. Oh, it's kind of been 2 or 3 weeks now. So been getting a lot of my steps in the yard with her. It really is makeup for men. It's the push-up bra for men. It hides all the stuff that you don't want. Just anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who doesn't, right? Basically everybody. Yeah, but yeah. So we got the new puppy. She's half Newfoundland, and then we're pretty sure the other half is a mix of Lab and Rottweiler. So she's going to be a big, big dog, which is what I wanted now that we have a yard. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I seen that he had lost a lot of weight. I should look up and see what he was doing. Good for him, though. That's awesome. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I need to. He can help a lot of people with that. A lot of people need that little bit of a kick in the butt. Say, well, I can do it. Because we all can. But like I was saying, we've been trying to teach her how to play fetch in the yard, so wear her out. But she just wants to play chase, where you throw the toy and then she just runs away from you. So we're getting a lot of steps just chasing her. Her name is Tress, if anybody gets the reference. My cat's name is Kaladin. That's another hint on the reference. So if you get it, let me know. See you, nice guy. Thanks for stopping in. Been walking for 50 minutes. Let's see here. Okay. Trying to track calories and distance. I use the Samsung Watch app. It's been giving me an idea of how much I'm burning. It says about 620 calories so far. Let's think. All right. No, it's not Mass Effect. Mass Effect is a great game. I was just thinking about that the other day. It's Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere. So Tress is from the book Tress of the Emerald Sea. And then Kaladin is from The Way of Kings, or the Stormlight Archives saga. No, Mass Effect. Might have to get a German Shepherd named John. British Shepherd. I need to play that game again, actually. I was thinking of the other day when I was talking about like playing walkthroughs. They do a lot of walking around the Citadel, right? You could start a Citadel walking group like those ladies that walk around the malls. Would just walk around the Citadel. Me and Commander Shepard. Probably not. Trim was holding up a little bit better than I thought it would. I was a little bit worried because it's an old one, but losing enough weight. She'll get a new one, super shiny, called like Gizmos and Gadgets. Okay. There's a red dot on my wall. You got me nervous now, man. I don't see no red dot. Where's it at? Yeah, well, don't let the show stop you. There might be a face behind me. Don't let the show stop you. The books are really good. Brandon Sanderson actually wrote the last 3 of them after the author passed away. So I'm working through them. I think I'm on book like 8 at the moment. It's been hard to get through those. They get a bit of a slog in the middle, but no. Big book fan, big audio book fan. I used to travel a lot for work, so I had a lot of audiobooks. Creepy. Well, let me know if it comes back. I'll have to watch this back and see. Hopefully no snipers and no faces in the wall. Okay. I will. What do you like to read, Peter? Or are you more a show fan or a book fan? Well, I assumed. I really didn't think there was a sniper after me. Sure did. Oh. Whoop, tripping. Put a board across the thing here with some pool noodles that keep from sliding, but it keeps wanting to slide. Have to do something to fix it. See where we're at. Almost 6,800. Getting there. Not long now. Pretty comfortable walking though. I know when I first started 100 or whatever days ago, the first couple days were rough. Like you think 10,000 steps, but that's 4 to 5 miles. My body was not happy with me. Anybody out there play games? I've wanted to listen to that one. I've heard some really good things. Isn't that Joe Abercrombie? Blade itself? Their first law or something? My mind's mush at the moment. Haven't had coffee yet. But yeah, that's one that I've wanted to read. I like sci-fi a lot. Fantasy, sci-fi. Sci-fi is probably my favorite. My favorite of all time is Michael Crichton. He wrote, Jurassic Park, Sphere, Congo, all those books that turned into movies in the 90s that everybody grew up with. Yeah, no, that's a very specific level. There's a reason it took off. Do you think we'll see the new book? I know a lot of people are worried about that. He writes 3 or 4 letters a day. So at this pace, it's going to see what comes out first, it or Grand Theft Auto. It's a coin flip. Man. Huh. Haven't done that. What made it so awesome? Just like the background, or? Went up on an hour of walking. A little over 7,000 steps. Pretty good pace. Not too fast. 23-minute miles. Okay, well, it's on the list. The TBR list is getting ever longer. Like I said, I have like over 400 audiobooks from when I was traveling a lot. Listened to all of them, but there's so many more. Like I went through like John Scalzi, all his. I was going through the Wheel of Time. Went through all of Brandon Sanderson's works, the whole Cosmere, Dauntless, did a lot of those space operas. There's a lot of great ones out there. It really depends on what people like. I don't listen to a lot of nonfiction. Mostly it's sci-fi fantasy. Yeah. Gave up on who? I've been yapping a lot. I don't know when we cross that. Oh, yeah, no. I watched the first season. I think that's about all I watched. It just seems, I don't know. It's not what it used to be. I remember before when the shows were coming out, like every week when it came out, I'd have friends over. We'd go grab some steaks, we'd grill them, and then we'd watch it. We don't do that anymore. Right? That's not a thing. We don't have a show like that at the moment. Haven't been really watching a lot of TV anyway. I say that, but we did just start, and it's one of those things that you just watch when you have a little spare time in the evening. Started watching Scrubs again. That show's so good. They're making a new season of it. They're bringing back all the super popular shows and everything from the 2000s, 90s. So like King of the Hill, Scrubs, all of that stuff. We'll see if it's any good. I haven't watched any of the new King of the Hill. Whew. I'm sweating buckets now. Alright, so we broke an hour. This thing keeps sliding. I don't like it. I need to figure a way to get it to stay. Well, and then also with Game of Thrones, everybody's seen the end with the show. So who wants to read it? Even though there's a lot more going on in the books than the show. There's only a couple authors that I'll read if they're not complete works for this exact purpose. The worst is when you get into a story and then you have to wait years between installments or never. It just never happens. Yeah, Scrubs is good. Super sad episodes in it, though. It's mostly funny, but then also gut-wrenching. Yeah, I just turned 36 Tuesday, so yeah. Yep. Like I said, too old to have a baby face. We didn't do anything overly special. Last year, we went on a float trip. Had a bunch of friends out. I don't know if you guys do anything like that in Ireland, but you go on a river. I've seen people talk about that. I've never been into it. I've heard good things, though. But yeah, last year we went tubing. So you go out on the river in an inner tube with a bunch of beer and just drink the entire way down. I'll have to give it a watch at some point. Like I said, the only anime I ever watched is what everybody did growing up. That was Dragon Ball. Well, Dragon Ball Z. And I've had people recommend some to me, but Attack on Titan, that's one that was actually pretty interesting to me. That's the one with the dudes that are like flying around with the swords and they're fighting the giant dudes, right? This is a great synopsis if you ask me. Going on 8,000. How do I get this thing to stay? I have an idea. Cut the other part of the noodle, put it on the back. That'll do it. Oh. Let's see. Getting close. About 2,000 more steps. Hit the goal. Shower and then coffee. Really looking forward to the coffee. See if I can grab my water from here without breaking anything. Fair. Yeah. That is about 90% of anime. I don't know how much of a delay there is between this and this. Well, looks like about 20 seconds. How long is Attack on Titan? It's not one of those ones where it's like 1,000 episodes, is it? That you look at it and you really want to get into it, but you're like, committing to 1,000 episodes is ridiculous. Yeah, I wonder if that's Restream or YouTube. Using Restream, trying to stream to multiple. To be fair, the delay is probably the only thing that's saving me. So I have time to breathe. I'm not just yapping the whole time. That or just because Ireland's really far away. It's like 4,000 miles. They kept saying it at the game yesterday because they would show the game. They show something happen, and then they'd show like one of the bars up in Ames or in Kansas. Let's see where we're at. 8,200. $69 minutes. Hit the funny number. Really? Okay. Is it a full story? Like, does it end? Is it done, or is there more coming? Because I like those ones that are really good and they ended when they were supposed to. They didn't try and squeeze in another 7 seasons to hit 10. Looking at you, Supernatural. I think so too. I have my PC here, and I have my desk set up, trying to figure out how to get it. So I can have my keyboard and mouse, and then if I'm playing something like Battlefield, I can have the controller. I've been taking my watch that I'm using, putting it into my pocket to count the steps, because if I have my hands up on a keyboard not moving, I want it to register. I don't know. We'll see. This was test 1, and then I need to figure out Restream, because I'd like it to be able to go out to a couple platforms, because why not? So YouTube, TikTok, and then maybe like Twitch. We'll see if I can figure it out, because right now all I see here is comments from YouTube, and I have to keep clicking over to see if anybody's commented anything on TikTok. It's supposed to show it all, but I don't know what I'm doing. How's the sound quality though? Like, can you hear a lot of the treadmill? I have my microphone here pointed toward me. Oh, good. I like it when they wrap it. Let's turn it down a little bit. The only thing I'm going to have a problem with gamifying is, let's say I'm playing like Battlefield. I can do 10,000 steps in about an hour and a half or so. I'm going to want to play Battlefield longer. So I might start walking to play, but after I hit my step goal, unless I have different goals of like followers and stuff, they just walk further. Then I can sit down and keep playing. I don't know. Working through it, because I don't want to have to get like 30,000 steps in a day, because I'll burn out so fast. But I know I'm going to want to play more. But like, have challenges, like if there was a Skyrim challenge or a Borderlands challenge where I'm doing a full walkthrough. But something like Battlefield, getting in a tank. True, yeah. That's a good point. Just tank it up, not walk. Oh, my legs are wobbly. Oh, I should probably keep walking. That's a good plan, though. Just helicoptering or tanking it up. They ain't walking. Yeah, I think we'll keep the walk through the campaign. Probably slow it down a little bit too. Where are we at? Let's take a look. 8,700. 1,300 left. Get close to the finish line. Okay. Well, I really appreciate you stopping in, man. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Maybe catch you on a future one. I'm pretty bollocks myself. All right. Hey, you're right there with me. Keep me up to date on how it's going for you. We can both crush this. We'll both crush it. get bigger. 1,000 left. Yep, this will be fun to gamify. Might need another screen though. That one's really far away. Be nice to have one right here. I have to drill some holes in the walls. Just about done. 1,000 left. Going over. All right. I think that's a wrap for me, guys. Stop that. All right, for everybody that's there, I appreciate you stopping in. You're all awesome. I'm going to go get some coffee and shower. Have a great one.